Easy people, nice things here. This is a 305. I'm going to just do the basics. I'm going to try and be as fast as possible. So fingers crossed, here we go. Right, you've got two sides to the Akai Force. You've got the clip side and you've got the arranger side. The clip side is all of the information. It's similar to the Ableton Live. If you don't know what Ableton Live is, don't worry about it, right? You have two situations. You have clips where you can see the little squares here, and in each clip can be different information. These are tracks, and you see the numbers here across the bottom. These are different tracks, so that's track 1, and all of this. So this is track 1. That would be clip information 1, clip information 2, clip information 3, and blah blah blah. Depending on the tracks come in two flavors. They come in MIDI and audio. That's it. That's the only flavors they truly come in, is MIDI and audio. And what I mean by that is, an audio track can have different audios in each clip, but a MIDI track can only have the one instrument playing the MIDI from that track. So, for example, you have a drum program here, which I have. All of that information, yeah, of course it's audio, but it's an instrument. So that's probably the better way I should have said it. You can only have one instrument to each track, but you can have loads of audio in an audio track, loads of different types of audio in an audio track. Okay, so like I was saying, each one of these is a clip. So I'm going to go here to an audio, a MIDI clip, and then I get to clip by just pressing the word clip, and there it is. So you've got 4 headings. Number 1 heading, well, the first heading is a list heading, sort of like a tracker. I'm not interested in that. I'm not even going to talk about it. If you know about it, you know about it. If you don't, you don't, whatever. Good luck to you. Right, the second one is clip, and that means that's anything in this box. What you can do, you can make the length of it bigger or smaller or whatever, or where it starts or where it ends and so on. And you've got all your functions down there. I won't go into that much detail about that, except for this. If you press shift, you can do like quick things like make that half, and you can move that so the loop start or whatever. You can make it double the length and so on and so forth. That is true for an audio track as well. It's the same kind of thing. The next one is grid. If you press grid, that'll show you inside your grid and what the information is inside the clip, and that's what you can edit the information inside the clip. So for example, if I do this and I click on here, now I can see the information inside the clip, see the BPM of this audio piece, the warp and whatever, and each one of them can be different because of the way this tune is. And this is my little tutorial thing. It's the same, but each one could be different. It could be a different position and blah, blah, blah. Same is with here. If I wanted to move, say I wanted to move a piece of this MIDI, I could select the piece of MIDI there and then just nudge it by moving that, and it'll nudge it and whatever, and that'll be right, whatever. And if I want to make it higher or lower or anything like that, it's the same kind of thing. Each one of these does that. And also by pressing shift, you've got your cut and copy and paste, and that's true with audio as well. You've got cut and copy and paste and blah, blah, blah. All right. The last one is the one where everybody's about, and that's the audio. And the arranger. So the arranger is where you can put all the music or all your bits and play everything in, and that's from the beginning to end, and that's just like your average DAW, which is short for digital audio workstation, and it's linear in the fact that you have a beginning and then you have an end. So you start from one side and then it ends with time duration of whatever you're playing, right? So that was that. Quick tips now, couple of tips. Number 1, if you see this thing up here, if you don't see it and it's all green, this is the arrangement clip matrix. And if I go back to the matrix, you can see, you probably can't make it out, but that's an arranger, and that you want to have on. You want to always have this on because this makes stuff really fast and easy, and you get that on by pressing shift launch and make sure that's ticked, and then you've got that on there. And like I say, so we'll go back by pressing clip. It takes you to your arranger really quick because you can just press clip and your arranger, so you don't have to go there. The reason being why you want this on is because if I'm now if you look here, I'm in the arranger. If there was any music in this arranger, it would play because I'm in the arranger. If I went like this has now gone and stopped the arranger playing because now it's in clip mode. So it's in the top one of the clip mode, and as you can see, there's nothing on the top one of the clip mode. So nothing would play. If I press play, nothing would play because there's nothing there. But what you can see here is, you can see these little squares, and these little squares look similar to these little squares, except it's got a triangle, which is a universal symbol for play. So you've got that there. So that means if I press that, this information is playing from the clip. And we can clearly see that because there's nothing there. Right. Another tip. Here, you want to make this 999. And it might not come in like this, but you want to fix this. So say you've come to this and you've got the loop here and it says, I don't know, 30 bars or 10 bars. You want to make this 999. This is what happens. This is what you have to keep an eye on. So you only have to do this once, and then I think it's permanent, so you won't have to do it again. But you want to do this. The reason why you want to do what I'm going to say is because otherwise, if you're working in clip mode, it can re-trigger the clips because the loop might still be on in the arranger. So go to here, go to bars. I'm going to do this on here. I've already done it, but I'll do it again. 999, do it. What will probably happen is this will do a loop of 999 bars, which is just useless. You don't want that. So you've got to go into this beat bar thing here, double tap it, and you make sure that this one's a small one. So say if when you got the machine, it looked like that, and you're like, well, holy hell, that's no good to me. You go in here, double tap it once, and change this number to like 1. That's it. And the reason why you, like I said, re-triggering. And now what that means is, say if I was going to do a drum fill or something here, I could just move to there and that's it. And then I could just work on that section, and it's going to take 999 bars before it re-triggers. So it means I won't get any false restarts or anything like that. Unless you have a song that's 999 bars long, then good luck with you. That's your business. So I think I've said everything there except for one thing. Your clip edit is the edit for the clip section, the matrix section. So when I'm in clip and I go clip here, right, this is for these squares. So even if I'm on MIDI, this is for the MIDI in the matrix. It's not for the MIDI in the arrangement. So if I'm like that and I'm like, I see some MIDI information there and I got clip edit, that's not that information. The arranger has got its own editor, and his own editor is here, so you press that to bring that up, and that's how you get your own editor for there. So, saying all that, let's get to recording something so you can see how record works. So the reason why I put this up is because it works a lot faster having this here, so you're not going back and forth. So there's two states that you have for recording. Number one state is your normal state by pressing record, and you'll probably see it says it's going to record to the clip. And that means if I wanted to record some drum beats into here, right, which I'll do because I might as well, right? So look. So that's that. So as you can see, it's like, well, no, you didn't play up there because why? Because I was recording to the clip. So if I got a clip, I can see that's what it did. It recorded to the clip. Now, here's the difference. If I went like this, and yeah, I'm only on this one, so in theory, no, I have to stop that. No, I'm having that on play. I'm going to use this one to record. So if I go shift and record, that's now going to record to the arranger. But here's the thing. I don't want it to record all of this stuff to the arranger. I only want to record what I'm going to do here to the arranger. So you need to stop these. So I should do it this way. This is probably a better way of doing it. You press that. So sorry, but that's what I meant to say. You press that And then now it's in record, it's not in record mode, it's in play mode, but it's the arranger. So when I press shift clip now, and if I press play on here, I better stop that. I'll put that right. So now I've got two things. I've got two states here. I've got on this track the arranger, and you can see it's blank. I've got a position where now it will record stuff. It will record the drums to the arranger, but it'll play the clip. So I won't record the clip, but I'll record the drums. So now if I go back to here and make sure I'm in record mode so I can play this stuff. Now if I go like this, shift record, it's going to, it's a long thing, so let me see if I can, let me see a quick way of doing this. I want this one, so if I just press this one, it should do it. It should do it. Right, okay, not quite right, not quite right, not what I want. I want just that. And do you know what? I don't think you can do that. I think this is a thing where I have to get to speed with certain things. I better take the loop off as well because I just wanted it to play. That's in record, that's in play mode. This is in record mode. I want to record that. So go here, that's all ready to arranger, but I don't want to record anything else. So can I switch this off? No, because it's going to record the play. So it's going to record all of these positions, but it's going to record it from that play position. And the only way that wouldn't prevent that happening is if I press back to the arrangement. Yep, okay. All right, so I'm doing that in real time to explain to you. This is how you work, how it works. Hence the reason why I think I said this, because I've done this. I'm trying to do it really fast. If I haven't said this, I would advise against recording directly into there if not needed. It's better to record into a clip because you have more control over it. And now something's just coming to me. This works exactly the same way as Ableton. If you don't know what Ableton is, don't worry about it. But what I'm saying is it'll record any information which it's taking in on any track what's playing at the same time. So for example, if I wanted to just record into this arranger, all I would be doing is making sure that nothing else is playing. So now when I press play to record this, right, that was terrible, but you get the idea. So I'm playing that. So the only the reason why you might want to do that is obviously if you've got stuff in there and say you wanted to do some fills, then do that. Another quick tip I'll do before I call it a day on this is you might have noticed that was out of time, and the reason why that was is because I switched off time correction. And the reason why I switched off the time correction is because you want to keep this in mind. If you record anything into here, yeah, it will, and you've got time correction on in here, global time correction on in here, it will adjust the information of that track. So I wish they'd fix that, but the only way to prevent that happening is by doing this. So what I mean is, say you've done a drum pattern and you've got your nice loose J Dilla style drum pattern, and then you say, right, I'm going to record now. If you have time correction switched on in the arranger, right, and you had that at, say, for example, you had that at, I don't know, quarters, everything's getting quantized to a quarter bar, right? And I'll show you that. I'll do it with the drums. I've got some drums here just to prove my point. I'll do it with drums. So shift record, and this drums here. So here we go. So watch. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's me thing over there. Then watch what happens when I play that back. Wait, is that play? Eh? Maybe they have fixed it. Maybe they have fixed it. Oh no, I had it off. Sorry, I'll do that again. I got excited. got excited. I'll clear that again. I'll clear that again. Got excited. I was like, hey. So shift record. Here again. Here we go. There we go. That's what I meant. So I'm playing in them. Yay! I've got my nice blend here. And then I play it back now. Oh no! So keep that in mind. That's the thing what you always want to keep in mind. If you're doing anything, if you've got your tune in there, put the quantize on if you want to do fills and rolls, or you want to do anything fancy and you want it to quantize. It won't quantize anything what's already there, but it'll quantize anything that's recorded in, which kind of makes sense in a way. So just keep that in mind. Another thing while I'm here, just before I go, this has gone on a little longer than I wanted, but I'm here. So like I says, if you want to do any information, it's got its own clip here. So it's the same things as before. You can select and then you can do nudging and whatnot. I'm press shift and yeah, you've got cut and paste. So you haven't got that half thing, and it makes sense as well. So the same rule applies. If I was here, I'll close this down for a second. Well, I could do both. I could do that from here. There's a little slide thing here. So you don't have to, say if I'm in this clip mode, I can drag that down and set that loop. The other thing as well, what you can do from this point as well is you can change quantize from here. So up here, all the information's there. Again, I'm getting used to using that myself. But so I've got my little loop there, and I say, right, well, at the end of this, I want to do a little fill, so I can just slide that across. And then when I press play, it's just going to go around this section. So I could have rolls, so I could go. If I press record. So don't forget, you've got to gain a little bit of muscle memory. You've got to remember, you've got to go shift record. So yeah, so basically certain things are not necessarily on the fly because I've got that there, but and I'm gonna have to do this another thing. You want to make sure you don't do the erase. So there's a few things, right? This has gone on a little longer than I wanted. There's a few steps you have to kind of remember. So if I was you, I'm doing this on the fly. I wouldn't do this madly on the fly. So there's a few steps you have to remember. So if I wanted to do this now, make sure erase mode is off because it would erase all the MIDI information. Then the next thing, I want to make sure nothing's playing in clip mode, but I can see that it isn't anyway because it would show up there, because if it was playing a clip, it would be there. So I'll go back to that. So I'm fine with that. That's another way of getting little rolls in. So you could just create a roll there and then press that. Hence the reason why I say it's probably better not to do things on the fly into the arranger, because you can get really intricate stuff on here and then just press it by a tap of a button and it's blam in there. But I'll show this because now I've got this far. I might as well show it, and I might as well show this as well. Say I was playing, well, no, I won't show that. I'll show that on another thing. But anyway, so I wanted to record into this little section here. I'll just move that out there, and then I'll go shift record. So now I'm in the wrong one. I want to record here. Right. There we go. Yeah. All right then. That was long. No else I could do about it. Like and subscribe, and please comment if there's anything that I haven't told you. But really, that's a real fast, brief overview, and hopefully some shortcuts to the clip and arranger for the basics of stuff. Right. So you tell me. The more people who tell me, show me advanced stuff, I'll just scrap all the basics. But if I do that, then it's up to people to say, oh, well, would you be able to tell me about that? So if the basics are better and me showing you how my gradual thing is, I'll do that. If you say, right, I want to know the intricate stuff, I'm not even going to explain stuff, so I'll just take it for obvious. I probably won't do that. because I know that'll be really confusing, because I would have to consider that a lot of people really know certain things about this. So I've just talked crap, as I normally do. Hopefully you'll be back. And, yeah, so until next time, as always, good luck, take care, and peace.